right, so we are here to go over changing our metric measurements in terms of our length. So this directly aligns to Eureka Grade 4, Module 2, Lesson 1. It also directly aligns to what we as a community did during our live lesson on April 13th. All right, so before we go through some of these problems, it's very important that we know these important measurements. And so that way we can go ahead and convert. So let's go ahead and type these in. All right, so we have that we know that 1 kilometer is the same as 1,000 meters. We are working with this metric measurement right now. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. And then 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. So we're going to keep this up at the top of our screen so that way that can help us. All right, so our first one that we're going to look at is we want to decide if I have 5 meters, how many centimeters would that be? So when we're thinking about this, I know that 1 meter is 100 centimeters. So if I have 5 of them, I would have a 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So 500 meters is the same as 500 centimeters. As we're moving forward, let's now kind of turn our tables a bit. And let's now think about if I have 17,000 meters, how many kilometers would that be? All right, so now instead of trying to convert, we're now grouping it, right? And so if I have kilometers, I'm trying to make groups of 1,000. So I can get 17 groups of 1,000 from that 17,000 meters. So I know that 17,000 meters is the same as 17 kilometers. We can also use this knowledge to help us convert mixed units. So if I have 7 meters, 45 centimeters, and I want to try to get that to just centimeters. As I'm thinking through this, I notice that I have part of my value is centimeters, but not all of it. So we need to change that 7 meters to centimeters. So 7 meters, I know is equal to 700 centimeters, because again, each one is 100. So it'd be 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. So now I have 700 centimeters and 45 centimeters. So that would give me my total of 745 centimeters. So 7 meters, 45 centimeters is the same as 745 centimeters. We can continue to extend this knowledge when I try to add and subtract units. So if I have 2 kilometers, 303 meters, and I want to take away 556 meters. Now, right away, I notice that I can't take 556 meters from 303 meters. So just like when we borrow from subtraction, we want to go ahead and change this 2 kilometers. We're going to decompose one of them into meters. So I'm going to change this 2 kilometers, 303 meters. I'm going to change it into 1 kilometer and 1,303 meters. Now I know this is the same because all I did is with those kilometers, I changed 1 to 1,000 meters. So I had 1 left and then I had all of those meters. So then what we can do is we can go ahead and solve it just like we would a normal problem. So now I have 1 kilometer with 1,303 meters, and I'm trying to take away that 556 meters, and I line it up just like I would any values in my subtraction problem. All right, so I can see that I'm going to have to borrow. I'm going to go borrow from here. This becomes 0 because I'm going to decompose that into 10 hundreds. Going to borrow 1 from here to decompose it into 10 tens. Going to borrow, decompose it into 10 ones. So then I'm able to solve. 13 take away 6 is 7. 9 take away 5 is 4. 12 take away 5 is 7. So So I've solved for my meter, 0 take away nothing is 0, and I still have 1 kilometer. So I would have gotten 1 kilometer, 747 meters. And just like we did that with our subtraction, we can also do that with our addition. So let's talk about that. If I have, let's switch back to our text. If I have 231 kilometers, 811 meters, and I want to add that to 485 kilometers, 829 meters. All right, and let me just space this just a little so that way it's easier for us to do. All right, so as I'm solving this, I want to go ahead and make sure that I'm adding appropriately. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch back to our brush. All right, so as I'm adding, I can go ahead and add my like units just like I normally would. So for my meters, I have 1 and 9, which would be 10. Carry my 10. 4, 8 plus 8 is 6. Carry my 10. All right, so I get 1,640 meters. And then for my kilometers, I get my 6, 3 plus 8 is 11, carry my 10, and 716 kilometers. Now, I have over 1,000 meters. That means that I can go ahead and convert it to that kilometer. So I'm going to carry this 1,000 meters to my kilometers because I know that 1,000 meters is the same as one kilometer, excuse me. So my overall answer would be 717 kilometers, 640 meters. All right, friends, so that was our Eureka Grade 4, Module 2, Lesson 1, explanation video, again, directly aligning to what we as a community did on April 13th. I hope that this helped, and please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much.